In the vast, dark universe, among trillions of sparkling galaxies, lies just one we call home, the Milky Way. Inside it are billions of stars, and circling one of those stars is our planet Earth. What makes Earth even more special is the mysterious companion orbiting it, our moon. Have you ever noticed that no other rocky planet in our solar system has a moon quite like ours? For example, take Venus, Earth's twin in many ways. It doesn't have any moon at all. Mercury is the same. Mars does have 2 moons, but they're so tiny that the largest one, Phobos, is only about 22 kilometers across. So the question is, why only Earth? This isn't just about our solar system. Even across the galaxy, rocky planets rarely host such a large moon. And equally rare is something else: intelligent beings who can observe the moon's mysterious patterns and recognize its influence. Those beings are us, humans. Which raises the big question: what connection does life on Earth have with our moon? Before we answer that, let's look at an image. Not too long ago, China's Lunar rover captured something strange on the moon's horizon, a structure that had never been seen before. As soon as the photo hit the internet, it went viral. Some people claimed it was an alien base. Others said it was a hidden Nazi outpost built after World War II. But what's the truth behind this mysterious structure spotted by China's Yutu rover? Over the past 15 years, China has launched mission after mission to the moon. On the far side, the part we can never see from Earth, they discovered things that not only challenged NASA's old theories, but also revealed how the moon may not just be the reason life exists on Earth today, but could also hold the key to humanity's future. Now, let's rewind to July 24th, 1969. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were scooping lunar soil into strange-looking containers. They were on the moon, collecting samples to bring back to Earth for the very first time. The goal was simple: figure out how the moon formed and how it ended up orbiting Earth. When scientists studied those first samples, they made a shocking discovery. The rocks looked exactly like Earth rocks. But how could Earth's soil and stones have traveled nearly 400,000 kilometers away to the moon? That's when scientists proposed a groundbreaking theory. The moon was once a part of Earth itself. Around 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized planet slammed into the young Earth. The collision was so violent that chunks of Earth broke off. The larger piece became the Earth we live on today, and the smaller fragment became locked in Earth's orbit, what we now call the moon. When NASA introduced this giant impact theory, it seemed to answer every question about why Earth alone has perfect conditions for life and such a massive moon. But recently, Chinese missions to the far side of the moon have uncovered evidence that challenges this theory. According to their research, the moon might actually be older than Earth itself, and instead of forming from a collision, it may have originated elsewhere in space before being captured by Earth's gravity. Take the moon's far side, the dark side. If you were standing there, you'd never see Earth in the sky, because that side always faces away. You'd feel only the cold silence of space, with sunlight but no blue glow of Earth. It was here, in January 2019, that China's Chang'e 4 mission became the first in history to land on the far side of the moon, beating even India's Chandrayaan-3 by several years. From the lander rolled out a small rover called Yutu. Its mission, to study the soil inside the 180-kilometer-wide von Karman crater, a perfectly round, clean-looking depression as though carved by hand. That crater sits inside an even larger one. The South Pole Aitken Basin, thought to have been created when a massive asteroid 13 kilometers across smashed into the moon billions of years ago. The impact was so powerful it punched through the moon's crust to its mantle, triggering volcanic eruptions that spilled deep material onto the surface. By studying soil here, scientists hope to uncover not just surface secrets, but mysteries buried deep within the moon itself. And here's a thought. While people often mock products labeled "Made in China," we forget that in space exploration, China has leapt ahead. India's ISRO was founded back in 1969, while China's CNSA, China National Space Administration, only formed in 1993, nearly 25 years later. Yet today, they've landed on the moon's far side, sent probes to Mars, returned lunar soil to Earth, and even built their own space station, something no other country has done alone. Meanwhile, India's Chandrayaan-2 crashed on the far side in 2019 due to a communication loss, a problem China had already solved. Their lander and rover relayed signals to a relay satellite orbiting the moon, which then bounced the data back to Earth. This clever mirror method gave them the edge. It was during one of Yutu-2's slow explorations that it photographed a mysterious, cube-shaped object on the horizon. When scientists back on Earth saw it, many were stunned. Was this an alien base? A secret outpost? In 2024, China went even further with its Chang'e 6 mission, its most complex lunar sample return yet. This time, they drilled deep inside the South Pole Aitken Basin, bringing back about 2 kilograms of soil and rock. Early analysis shocked scientists. These samples were darker, heavier, and stickier than anything collected before. They contained small bits of ancient lava, and dating them revealed ages of around 4.2 billion years, possibly older than Earth itself. Even earlier, in 2020, China's Chang'e 5 had collected samples suggesting the moon might be only 2.8 billion years old, younger than previously believed. These contradictions threw NASA's old giant impact theory into doubt. Maybe the moon didn't form from Earth's collision after all. Maybe it was captured from somewhere else, or maybe the far side was reshaped by a later asteroid impact. Either way, the near side and far side seem to be fundamentally different worlds, which is why the far side remains so mysterious. As for that cube-shaped mystery structure, most experts now believe it was simply a rock. Because Yutu-2's cameras compress images at distance, far-off objects often appear blocky or pixelated, creating illusions of artificial structures. In this case, light hitting the rock at the right angle made it look like a cube. But one lunar discovery truly could change humanity forever. A strange, transparent mineral China found, containing traces of a rare isotope called helium-3. Helium-3 is a kind of magic fuel, the key to nuclear fusion power, the same process that powers our sun. Unlike nuclear fission reactors, which split atoms and produce deadly radioactive waste, fusion reactors fuse atoms together, creating clean, limitless energy, with zero radioactive pollution. The only problem? Helium-3 is almost non-existent on Earth. Our magnetic field blocks solar winds, preventing helium-3 from settling on the surface. But the moon has no magnetic field. For billions of years, the solar wind has deposited vast reserves of helium-3 in its soil. That's why every major country is now racing back to the moon, not just for science, but for energy. Whoever controls helium-3 could control the future of clean power on Earth. China has already announced plans for its Chang'e 8 mission in 2028 to build a 3D-printed radiation-proof moon base using lunar soil. This will serve as a foundation for human settlement in the 2030s. And where does India stand? Sadly, about a decade behind. ISRO's upcoming Chandrayaan-4, also planned for 2028, aims to bring back lunar soil samples for the very first time, something China already achieved in 2021, which is ironic, considering ISRO was founded nearly 20 years before China's space agency. I keep stressing this because I want India to catch up, not just in population, but in science and technology too. We may not surpass China immediately, but at least we should stand shoulder to shoulder. So what do you think? Will India ever catch up with China in space? Share your thoughts in the comments.